Did you notice the passion in her eyes when she talks about teaching? Anastasia prepared a gift for you guys.
That was the hardest part there, to pretend that you're better than them. It sounds kind of racist, right?
Okay.
Hey, ma'am.
Hello and welcome. My name is Darian Sandmartin and you are watching the next episode of our favorite series on this channel that is called Move to Improve, where I take interviews of exciting people who have lived abroad and accumulated this handful of beautiful, interesting experiences that have potentially changed their lives. And I'm trying to tap into this and uncover consequences, maybe learnings that they might share with you guys to inspire you to change your life too. Today we have Anastasia, who is a CELTA-certified English teacher. She also lived and taught in China for almost 2 years and studied in Europe. So Anastasia, welcome.
Thank you for inviting me here today. I'm really excited to be here and I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share my experience with you guys today, because this really shaped my life in a better way, and I hope that this will help to change your life to the better as well.
Definitely.
I'm just so passionate about my work, and I'm not a simple English teacher, I'm a passionate English teacher. Indeed.
I love this. I love passionate professionals who not only, do their job, but also who might inspire and ignite this passion in their clients or in students.
Sure.
In this case.
This is one of my, I guess, main goals when I take my students. I usually see people who are lost in this learning process. They don't know what they need English for. Usually they come to me because it's popular, because they've been told that it will help them somehow, and they don't see the way where they can go with the help of English. And this is my goal to spark this joy of learning English inside of them and show them the real way where English can lead them to. So
okay, beautiful. So today's episode is gonna be super useful for people who want to become English teachers, for people who want to study abroad in Europe, or potentially teach in China and live in China for some time, because this is a booming economy. I'm sure that this is such an exciting country that has lots to offer, and also its culture is so different and interesting. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. You studied in Europe, which is a dream of so many of us. Tell me please, why Europe?
Well, that's actually a good question, because the places where I traveled while I was a student were usually in Europe and also India, but I really enjoyed the life in Europe, and I don't know, that was kind of my goal probably for my university life, to experience it in its fullest. And of course, being an exchange student is one of them, especially that my university, they kind of pushed students to do that. I mean, not all of us knew about that, but when you figure out that it's really easy to do it, of course, you will jump on this opportunity immediately. And I looked through the list of countries, and there were, of course, Asian countries, there were European countries, there were even, I'm not sure, Latin American countries, I don't remember. But I always wanted to live for some time in the Czech Republic. And actually, I wanted to enter the Czech University for my master's degree, but unfortunately I couldn't handle it. And knowing that I had a chance to be a student in the Czech Republic for a term, at least a term, it was such a dream. And I was sleeping and thinking of it. So and when a person has this way of behavior, somehow life brings it to your feet and say, of course, okay, this is for you, go for it.
That's interesting, because when I was a high school student, I was also thinking about studying in Czech Republic for some reason. I don't know why.
I guess it's so popular in our country.
Okay.
Right.
And how did you get there? Was it a special program that you chose?
I didn't really choose the problem, and when I appeared in the Czech Republic, I realized that I actually was a student of a program that is called Erasmus Plus for me. In general, for European students, this program is called Erasmus, and probably most of you are familiar with this word. At least I hope so. If you don't, go Google it, guys. Really, like, stop this video, Google it, and come back. How it was in my case, I just went to the international department because every Russian university has its international department. Not all the students know about this department because usually it's a little room somewhere in the long hall. But actually, this is so easy. If you're a student, you just go to this international department and reveal your desire to travel, and they can help you. They give you the list of different foreign universities, and then they just show you the procedure you need to go through, and this is so simple.
Right, indeed, Erasmus is something very familiar for many students, I guess, across the globe. Can you tell me a bit more about this program? What does it give you as a student?
Well, of course, it gives you an opportunity to bond with from people all over the world and explore the horizons of their cultures and get lots of acquaintances there. It gives you foreign friends and gives you contacts, which are important in terms of probably business. Networking, yeah, sure. It gives you the opportunity to have a look at other way of teaching. For me, that was really important. Actually, for me as a teacher, I wanted to go deeper into this process to understand, to realize how it's working in Europe, to see the way European teachers deliver information to their students.
And what opportunities did this open for you in terms of studying abroad and this famous Erasmus program?
Well, first of all, it gave me a multicultural context because I was a part of, multicultural society. There were students from all over the globe. And the second, I guess, was the confidence I gained in my, first of all, international social skills, also English skills, because I had a chance to pass my exams in English. And the third, I think it was a plus to my CV.
Definitely. I think for people who want to build a career abroad or even in their home countries, it's extremely important to have this experience of studying abroad in their CV. It really boosts you up in a way. Right.
It does.
But Anastasia prepared a gift for you guys, and this gift is a PDF. Not a usual one. Let her explain it a bit further.
Well, I prepared for you the list of international opportunities, if you will, because it contains the links that will help you to find the perfect volunteering program or the foreign university you want to choose, because it does include the Erasmus link, of course, and many others. So if you feel like you need it, DM me on my Instagram. You can text, let's say, the word opportunity, and I will send you it straight away. And of course, I will be happy to stay in contact with you guys.
Lovely. Thank you so much for creating a gift for my audience. I think this PDF will really be handy for someone who is looking for more international opportunities. Right, so your story of education abroad is very interesting. It really gave you lots of opportunities and advantages. But how and when did you really decide to become an English teacher?
Okay, to cut a long story short, it wasn't really my decision, because I graduated from school when I was only 16, and when you're a 16-year-old, I really didn't know what I wanted to do in my life, and the program that I was heading, it was like sociology, but my mom actually helped me here, and she decided that I would be better as an English teacher. So that was completely my mom's decision. But when I just stepped into my first lesson, I realized that it's something that I should do.
Cool. Yeah. Shout out to your mom. Okay.
Hey, Mom.
That's great when parents really help you with the next steps in your life. I love this. Okay, and what helped you to become a teacher? I mean, did you go through a program or something?
Not really. That was the whole 6 years of my bachelor's and master's. But when I realized that this is the job I want to do, is when I started my first job. And that was the governor in a bilingual family. So the father of this family was a Scottish and mother was Russian. So that was a really interesting chapter of my life when I had to go there after my long university day and also help them there with their homework, with their English as well, what was really funny because they kind of were bilingual, but I still had to help them out with this school program. That was the moment when I realized that sure, I love it. So another part was when I traveled to London for the first time. It was after my first year at university, and I met some fantastic teachers there who really showed me how it really should be, how the process of teaching English should be. And I was so surprised that it is possible to be taught in English, you know, like
without using your original language.
Yeah, without using your mother tongue, exactly. Yeah. And that was so, inspiring for me. And I decided that if I am a teacher, I should be the teacher like this, using only English in my lessons.
Lovely. How did you get your first students?
Easy, yeah. Those children from the bilingual.
Okay, apart from those children.
I just registered on the website for tutors, and I found my first students there, and I just kept going.
Good, that's a good tip. So for everyone who wants to start this teaching journey, you can really make use of the websites there are to help tutors find students. Great. Did you notice the passion in her eyes when she talks about teaching?
Yeah, sure, always.
I think this is.
I live with it. You guys. I have dreams about teaching, so.
But that is the image of a perfect teacher, in my opinion. Someone who really ignites this passion and feelings and emotions. Okay,
thank you for the compliment.
No, but that's true. And what do you now do to become a better teacher? Like other, tests, programs?
Yeah, I also decided to, prove my skills as well. And I took several Cambridge tests like TKT, and then I took a global CELTA program that was one of the majorest, I guess. This is the program that every English teacher should take, because it brings you the clear understanding of teaching process of, like, now I do understand how they taught in London, how it was and why it was like that, because I suppose all of them had that certification as well.
Okay, let's stop here for a moment. What is TKT? What does it stand for?
TKT stands for Teaching Knowledge Test, and it's not that difficult to pass, because basically it contains a bunch of questions which every ASL teacher familiar with. Lots of training centers like to make money on it, but basically you don't need that
special preparation. I guess.
Yeah. If you are an English teacher and you want some certification, you can start with TKT, and the only thing you need is a proper textbook.
Good. So this is your first step, future English teachers.
Yeah.
So you see, not only students struggle with these certifications like IELTS
teachers
and
like them.
TOEFL.
Teachers like them. I guess we are those who are ready to spend money on another certificate always, just to prove you guys like what you can get from us. This is actually my tip for you. If you're looking for an English teacher, check the certification, because if the teacher is really passionate about his or her job, of course they will get them.
Right, and you also mentioned CELTA. What is this?
CELTA is a global course. This is a very engaging course that gives you the structure of a lesson, a proper structure of a lesson. It gives you the understanding of a time management, of a really proper time management, because
sometimes lessons can stretch, take
years. You plan every single second there. It is rather hard because it takes a month of your life and you don't have time for anything else. You study and you teach. Because some teachers actually imagine it as a test, but it's not a test, it's a program that you are to take. And I was so happy to take it online. It was, I guess, the first online CELTA that I jumped on, because basically I saved money for it. I wanted to go to Manchester to take it. But once I came back, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to continue because I was so frustrated. I really wanted to go to Manchester, take it, but then I figured, I saw the ad on Instagram and I followed this ad, and this ad basically gave me the certification. If not talking about this 1 month that I spent.
Yeah, sounds good. The ad gave her the certification. Okay, so whom did you study with? So this is a course for teachers, so probably you had other Russian teachers?
No, that's what I actually wanted to avoid, because every time you study with Russians, you somehow start speaking Russian. But all the students there were from different countries. So again, I appeared in this international community that I always love and enjoy. My group mates were actually from the United Kingdom and the States.
That's a dream.
Yeah, and that was the hardest part there, to pretend that you're better than them. That you can also speak English as well as they do.
True, I agree. I would be horrified.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Right, so all of these certifications, tests and courses really help you grow as a teacher. And maybe what else? Do you get more students because of this? Do you get paid more?
Yeah, of course I elevated the price for my lesson, because for now I know that it's definitely worth this price, and I do give the student as much as I can.
What are the next steps for you? Like, can you take more Delta?
Yeah, I thought of taking Delta, but now I'm just happy with where I am. And I just enjoy this time of my life now.
Okay, so now let's talk about your life in China. You went to China to teach, and how was this? First of all, why China?
When I was graduating from my master's, I didn't know where to go. I studied in Moscow, and the perspective of staying there and renting a flat that was kind of expensive didn't really appeal to me. So I was starting to search for another ways to go, and I found a friend of mine who was actually working there as well. And I texted her, and she's told me that she's leaving her school because she found a new one, and she actually suggested me to come there instead of her. Yeah, and of course I agreed immediately, and that's how it started. I graduated from my master's
and went to China straight after.
Yeah, straight after.
Okay. Yeah. And did you have any cultural shock?
Well, no, it wasn't a shock at all, because my master's degrees was foreign languages and cross-cultural communication. So I love foreign cultures, I love different cultures, I respect every culture. And when I came there, I was happy just being there and exploring it. And actually, just a little thing here, I've been doing Kung Fu for 10 years.
Wow, 10 years of Kung Fu. Did it help you to understand Chinese better?
No, I'm not a huge fan of Chinese, to be honest. I picked several phrases and words that helped me to survive there, but in general, not really.
Okay.
But it did help me to understand
the culture, right? And you could survive basically with no Chinese language skills.
Yeah, sure. You don't really need the Chinese language to live there, because once you arrive, you become a part of this another international community, and the Chinese that work with foreigners usually speak English, so it's not a huge problem.
Okay, that's good. Did you enjoy the time there?
Of course,
it's like almost 2 years, right?
Of course I did, especially the first year, because the city where I worked is situated in the south of China, and that was really small, so sweet. I just, oh my god, it's just the city of dreams, you know? Like, if you ever played The Sims, this is just this Sunset Valley thing.
Oh, really?
Because the weather there is always perfect, apart from several rainy days. But in general, that was the city of my dream, basically.
Like Miami. Right, I see that everything was picture perfect, but what was a challenge for you? What probably went wrong, or something you had to deal with?
I don't remember, really, guys. I reckon I didn't have a thing.
Okay, nothing bad to remember. That's good. So I guess China is this perfect place for English teachers who want to really boost their experience in terms of teaching in different culture.
I won't say that, because it always depends on the person. I know people who couldn't find their place there. So you really need to ask yourself first if you are a fan of, first of all, foreign cultures. Second of all, if you're ready to live probably far from your family for quite a long time. And if you are that kind of person, so of course you will enjoy that. And if you close eyes at some difficulties, it will be great, of course.
Good. But I want you to think of some weird thing. I don't know, something that you didn't expect, something that opened your eyes in surprise.
They fart in the street? They fart in the street?
Okay, that opened my eyes. What about people trying to look white?
Oh yeah, they do.
Is this a thing?
Yeah, it is a thing, but I don't think it's like that different from us, because we're trying to get tan, they're trying to get
Everyone
white.
Tries to.
Girls, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they like you. If you're white, they will like you. I guess it's kind of, it sounds kind of racist, right?
But why did you go back to Russia if you think that Chinese life was so perfect?
Well, first of all, I didn't expect me coming back home. That was the winter holiday when I came back to Russia to visit my family.
2020.
2020, yeah. That was the time when COVID started.
Yeah.
So I was just so lucky being together with my family, not there. And when countries closed the borders, I realized that probably this is the time when I have to settle a bit at home, at where I am, to realize why I am here now and what life is trying to show me here. So yeah, basically COVID sent me back, but I don't regret it.
And now, do you have plans to come back to China?
Not for now, but I'm trying to find other ways to explore new horizons, and I'm preparing the documents for the teaching program in the States. I'm already procrastinating a bit because
that's okay.
I should have sent the documents like probably 2 days ago, but I'm still preparing them.
Do you think that your accent will change and you will sound more American?
I don't think I do sound that British now.
I mean, you're kind of in between.
Yeah, I am in between. I have my own accent, and I guess it's absolutely okay. And I'm not sure that my accent will change, because accent is a thing of every person, and I do adore it because every person has its own personality, of course, and accent is a part of it.
So to wrap it up, I see that you studied abroad, that you became an English teacher, even though English is not your native language, and that you realized your dream of working with an international culture when being in China and spending there almost 2 years, again, teaching. That all sounds incredible. What do you think of your life path? Did you plan this to happen in this way, or did it just, happen by chance?
That's a difficult question, because when I think about it, I guess that is just my way of life. I've always been searching for it. My parents were never fans of traveling abroad, but I remember me sitting in the geography class and staring at the map and dreaming about me traveling the world. So when I had a chance to leave my country, I jumped straight in on it. Yeah, and that's how it started. And then I just tried to find every opportunity.
Would you advise to our viewers to maybe take a bit of your path and try to study abroad, try to work abroad? Do you think this is something worth pursuing?
No. Never. I will never say that, because all of us have our own life path, and you need to listen to yourself. If you are confident in your desires, do it. If not, it's absolutely okay staying at home with your family. It means that this is who you are, and I will never recommend to follow someone's footsteps. Yeah. You just need to listen to yourself. If you feel like it will help you and it will improve your life somehow and it will worth it, of course. If not, do what you want.
Thank you so much for being here with me today. I loved this talk because we really saw how her life abroad opened so many horizons and possibilities. And I'm sure if you guys want to have such a journey as well, you will definitely do it. If you need to take IELTS, don't worry. It's okay, it's not a very difficult test. On my channel you will find lots of video tutorials where I explain the step-by-step process of tackling different IELTS sections, and it's not going to be a struggle for you any longer. Great, thank you so much for being with us today and spending the time productively, and I will see you very soon in the next episode of Move to Improve. Bye!
Bye!